Right. Well, I was caught by surprise, to be the first one to be brought up here. Anyway, like I says, we thought a little bit about some good, practices, to get good floors, right? As you can see, to get good floors, it doesn't come, just like that, right? First of all, I think it's the concrete, which is very, very important, all right? I always say you can have the best equipment, you have the best people, but the concrete is no good, sorry, right? Yeah. So that's why I think we are fortunate today to have Osim here, right? On the side here, right? So anything is not right, then we can just fix it, okay? So for that, I'm sure we're going to have very, very good concrete, right? So the other thing is the environmental control, all right? If you want to have good concrete floors, you always need to have a roof over it, right? Preferably even the wall claddings. The reason is because the heat, the strong wind. Those days I used to be a general contractor, all right? When we have a strong wind, we feel that it's very nice, breezy, and cool. But that actually does a lot of damage to the concrete floor, because the skin or the surface of the floor dries up so fast, and inside is still wet. That's why the floor curls up. I don't know how many of you here knows about floor curling. Yeah. Until you measure the floor, you won't see your naked eye. Okay. So then after that, of course, you need to have trained people. Even like I say, I have a lot of workers who come and work with us, then they left, and other flooring contractors engage them, thinking with them they can do a good floor. But it's not a one-man show. Right? You need to have a full team. It's very, very important. A well-trained team. So we managed to bring 4 workers from Malaysia, right? And you can see how they do it afterwards, right? I mean, they're not the best people, but some of the top ones, right? So after that is the machinery, which is again very important, right? I mean, unfortunately, hello, yeah, okay. I mean, fortunately, all our machines are Allen Engineering, and it so happens they are also a member. All right, if I've so like I say, it's good machines. Then after that is the what do you call it? The skill, right? Doing concrete, anybody can ride a machine. Right? A lot of contractors think that I buy a machine, I can do a flat floor. Again, it's not true, right? You must know the timing and when to go in and when to go out, things like that. Right. Okay, I think besides that, what I'm going to say is the most important thing about concrete floor is that how to manage the crack, because all concrete will crack. All right. Even I don't know how many consultants are here today. Even consultants cannot accept cracks. All right. When they see a crack, they will say it's the contractor's problem. Actually, when there's a crack, it's everybody's problem, always says. It starts from the consultant himself, who designed it wrongly, alright? Sorry to say that. The other thing is the concrete supply, alright? I mean, the main cause of crack is still the water. When the water leaves the concrete, alright, that's where the shrinkage starts to happen, and then cracks happen. So, mixed design is very important, alright? Then the third thing is the contractor, alright? Because the positioning, the reinforcement, how you put it, and all that, again, matters. So end of the day, to have a floor that is crack-free, the team effort again going to be there. So we always like to have a pre-construction meeting with the suppliers, the consultants, and look into the design and where and how. If you look at the floor later, you can see around the columns, we call it re-entrance corner. While first you have the chamfer on the columns, right? So you don't have a sharp edge. The second thing you can see, we have some foams around it, so give you a bit of movement for the concrete. And thirdly, you can see we have some bars, right, to hold the cracks together and all that. So these are small little things, but it's very, very important, okay? And finally, I want to say is, what is flat, what is level? I think a lot of people here in the concrete, but from my experience, even in Malaysia, a lot of architects, consultants, to them, flat and level is the same, all right? We always say this is flat and level. The minute I tilt it, right, it's still very flat, but not level. Right. So a lot of architects say, I want a very flat floor. All right. When they go to a job site, the floor is like this. He says, all right. So what they mean is that they want a very level floor. Right. Even the floor is very flat, but to them, they say this floor is not flat enough. Right? So what he means is actually this floor is not level enough. All right, and the other thing is ponding. I mean, to do a floor without ponding is almost impossible. All right, you want to have a perfect floor that is level and flat, it will always pond. The question is, you must specify how much of ponding you need. Can be acceptable, like 3 mm, 5 mm, 10 mm. Okay, this is another thing as contractors you got to be careful about this. Okay, so if anything on cracks, feel free to call me. I can talk here for the whole day. Sorry. Thanks.